All right, y'all know how this go. We got about 20, 30 minutes.
Wait, we didn't do our intro.
Questions. Hey, it's another episode. Yeah. Hey, you tuned in to Pregame Friday. Episode
10.
Come on,
yes,
10s,
sir.
20s, 50s,
100s.
Y'all know how we doing. We're going to go about 30 minutes. We're going to pull some questions. Our questions was written by the lovely Sarai. She's laying under a table right now like a cat. Very interesting being, but I love her. Let's get to it. This is from Block Fambo. All right. If you're interested in being a writer, what's the best way to get started in the industry? I think the best way to get started as a writer is to write a ton of music for yourself, for your friends, for your homies, and make sure they release it. Go find the people that you love their sound or you love their voice and go write songs for them and distro that shit and release it, split the pie, and just get your work out so people can start getting familiar with it.
Yeah, very true, very true. This is from M4.RK. What's one piece of game you live by every day and or got from someone that changed your life? Much love, you the GOAT, Russell. He don't even know your name, LaRussell.
It was God's plan. It was your will. That's a text message I got from Hovain one day. It was God's plan. It was your will, right? So it's like you could be destined for something, but if you're not willing to do the work for it, it ain't gonna come true. It don't matter how much the universe is aligning to make it happen. If you're not willing to do the work, it's not gonna happen, man. R.I.P. Hovain, one of the greats.
The greatest. That was a great piece. Oh, actually, it's totally your turn.
For sure. So, what's one of yours?
Oh wow. Sheesh. Man, it's not about being perfect. It's about being present.
She's like, it's not the motion of the ocean. But
Need I elaborate? Hater. Y'all see this.
This is from As Soul Cash. How do I decide if I need to purchase or lease a beat? Exclusives are expensive. Yeah, I never get exclusives to beats. I don't care if another artist has the same beat as me. They're never going to make the song I'm going to make to it. So I don't buy exclusives, and I don't really care to. When you lease, you can still register your songs because it's a completely different song. You can still distro and release it. So I don't really I don't have to make that decision at all.
And then the ones that are exclusive to you are from in-house producers.
Yeah, and even them, like, you know, me and Tope just had a convo, and I told him, bro, you could sell any beat you give me. I don't care anymore. Like, they're not going to make the same song I'm going to make.
You did used to care, though.
I didn't really care because of having the same beat. I only cared when somebody did something whack and then somebody hear it and they like, hey, is that the LaRussell guy? And it's like, no, that's not. But that's the beat. But now I don't really give a fuck. It's like, bro, it's a beat. Everyone should be able to use a beat if they love it.
Factual. This is from the Perry Chaser. Jason Perry. Outside of organic social media, what type of marketing do you like? Ads? What other kind of marketing is there?
Outside of organic social media, what type of marketing do you like?
You run ads, which are not organic.
That's like advertising, though.
Yeah.
I guess it could be marketing in a way. I think just being authentic is the best type of marketing outside of social media. But I guess that's organic, huh?
Yeah. That's a tricky question.
I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah. What do you mean by that? Please send in another one and tell us what you mean, what you're looking for.
The Perry
so we
Chaser.
Can get you the
Please
right
tell
answer.
us, what are you chasing aside from that Perry?
This is from Project City _Cody. BMI or ASCAP? Either. I have ASCAP, but if you prefer BMI, do BMI. They both do the same exact thing.
This is a really soft rug under our feet. This is from Year of the Tory. If you ever come to Cleveland, can I get a VIP package? Buy a gold card and you'll get treated like VIP.
Even if you don't have a gold card, you get treated like VIP. Eventually we might just scale up certain things to where, we could have that special treatment. But, as a gold card member, you get in free already. You can get early access if you pull up early and show your gold card. But
can you elaborate on what VIP
what would that look like for you guys?
Yeah,
let us know. What do you want? I'm already giving a whole lot, but what you want? Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Tell you what I want.
This is from Jolani. What's the best way to get high-paying clients?
Do great work.
Make great product. I don't think your focus should ever be getting high paying clients. I think your focus should be on getting great clients. And I think you only get great clients by doing great work.
Yeah. And returning clients, which are great clients.
All right, Yacion.
Bye, Yacion.
Appreciate you, dog. Tomorrow, you mobbing? Beautiful.
Thanks for being so great,
Love
dog. Appreciate you.
Man, you've been killing it.
This is from We Love Moon 36. What's one thing you found that no one wants to hear, but everyone who desires to win needs to hear? They really are getting deep with these questions. You go ahead and you answer that, sir.
That it just comes down to work. And if you didn't make it, it's because you didn't work hard enough. As simple as that. It's as simple as that. A lot of people don't want to take that hard truth. They give you every excuse why they didn't make it. Well, this happened, and if people wasn't blocking me, or if I had more support, and my family was behind me, if I didn't get in, all that shit is excuses, bro. You just didn't do the work. You weren't willing. It's as simple as that.
Or you quit.
And you quit because you weren't willing.
Yeah. The only people who don't succeed are the people who quit.
Only people who don't win is the people who give up. Come on.
It's on you, dog.
This is from Manu Strong. Hey, I have a website with Shopify. How can I adopt the pay what you want concept? So Shopify have a bunch of in-store apps. If you go to the App Store, they have one called Pay What You Want. They also have one called Make an Offer. And we're also developing our own offer-based app right now that'll be available to use very soon, within the probably coming month or so. But until then, yeah, use the apps that's provided. Go into their app store and search it up and just find what works for you and works for your business model.
This is from Jaden Prestorius, 22. How do you control your breath on stage? 10,000 shots. Bro, we did a karaoke one time. Story time. We did a karaoke one time in the backyard after rehearsal, and me and Sarai were trying to rap, and it was just like, it is really, really hard to control your breath if you're not practicing your songs over instrumentals. Like, I feel like when you're rapping to a song in the car, it's really easy because if you miss a word, like the song is still playing. So nobody really catches it and you just kind of keep going. But over instrumentals, we hear everything. If you miss a word, we all hear it because we're like following you.
Beyond that, you have to practice at game pace.
Right.
Anybody could just rap a song sitting in the car or standing, but when you're on stage jumping and you running side to side and you saying, hey, and you doing all this shit and still able to keep pace, that's when you're performing. So it's very important to rehearse at game pace. You can't just sit there in the mirror and rap because that's not what happened on stage. Everything you do on stage, dancing, all that shit, you have to do that while rapping. So it's very important to practice how you play.
That's why your rehearsals look like that. Your rehearsals feel like live performance shows because you practice at game pace.
Come on, however you practice is however you gonna play. Simple as that.
Ooh.
You slacking off during practice, you gonna slack off during the game.
Say it again. They didn't hear you.
Come on, however you practice is how you play. Stop it.
Sheesh.
That's on me. This is from Ellis Henry. Ellis Tiger Bomb. How did you link with JR?
Mr. McKee.
Yeah. How did I link with JR?
I thought he
I think JR tapped in through Instagram, and then we just kind of start building from there. Yeah, I don't remember the exact I think it was through Instagram. It had to be, and we kind of start building, and we had a couple Zoom calls, and we was like, he's cool. We don't know if we love him or not. And then he pulled up to the crib, and it was like, okay, now you're talking, you know. And then we got to work, and man, they did a lot of work. Like they went straight to work. It wasn't no bullshit. There wasn't any promises made that wasn't delivered. Everything he said he would do, he did. Probably times 3 or 4. So yeah, man, I just fuck with people who work hard and who over deliver, and he's one of those people, man. Shout out JR McKee and NPR. Yeah.
Yes, sir. This is from _CollyKid_. How did you land on your company's logo? What did you use to create it? We had a conversation about this with the Geeks the other day.
So the logo, when I went through like the rebranding phase, we used to have the GC logo. It was black and red, and I made it like a chain link It was like a chain link. That was my original idea. And then as I start rebranding, before like the live sessions and everything, I was like, I wanted to redo the element chart. Like I kept having this vision of GC as an element, like the fucking what's that shit called? Like the periodic table.
Shout out,
I was like, man, and we were gonna use like 707 as a periodic number. And I kind of had that idea, and I pitched it to Yaya, and Yaya made it in Photoshop, sent it back, and now that shit's on everything. And then the couch idea was another thing. We had to come sit with this idea, and I told Yaya, and Yaya went to work and made the couch idea. So shout out real niggas. Shout out Yaya.
Right. Shout out Yaya, man. Jack of all trades.
Come on.
This is from, I don't know how to say your name. I'm so sorry. How can I sell, that's not his name. That's just what I said. How can I sell my music on my website without any third party? If you have a Shopify website, I'm just going to assume because that's how we do it, you can upload like the image of your album and then you can provide it as a downloadable item for them to buy. And then now you're selling your music on your website, just like that.
Yeah, I mean, a website is a third party. In general, you know,
Facts.
if you want to go completely straight and don't have nobody touch your pie, then you need to sell it direct to the people hand to hand. But other than that, yeah, set that shit up as a download. Let people go in and buy it. When we do concert footage, I set it up as like a locked Vimeo link, and then people could buy it. But yeah, just make it a downloadable item instead of a physical product, and they could do the same thing. Easy. Mm-hmm. This is from Derek. How did you learn to run Facebook ads? This is a good one, man. So initially YouTube. I got my start through YouTube and just really just fucking around, going into the Facebook Business Manager and playing around and wasting a lot of money. And then I think in like 2018 or 2019, I met this guy named Cody Lucero. Shout out Cody, man. He runs the Filet Flows page on IG. I hope I didn't expose you if you've done some crazy shit, but Cody Lucero was like, yo, I'm seeing your ads. Add me in. Let me see how you're doing it so I can help you. I think I can help you run it better. And he just gave me a bunch of gems on like, because I was running shit in like Indonesia and all these places. And he's like, bro, they can't buy your merch or come to your shows. Don't worry about that yet. Focus on the areas that you're going to hit, right? Wherever you're going to tour, the areas that you frequent, focus on those so you can build the base larger. And he just gave me a bunch of tips to improve it. And then from there, I just start learning more about targeting. I start learning how to do more advanced shit where it's like, okay, if I like these things, then the people who fuck with me like these things too. Let me target these places. But yeah, YouTube experience and then people learning from people who already was doing it.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, that's usually after me.
This is from Official Diverse Deep Breaths. What's your favorite part about being independent? Man, I feel like that's a you question, but
you're independent too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm independent too. The free will, man. I got sick. You can probably still hear it. And the fact that I could just choose to stay in bed for 2 days is like such a, man, it's such a, what is the word I'm looking for? A luxury that I do not take for granted. I didn't have to ask for a sick day or even call in. Like, it's literally just a text like, dog, I'm sick. And it's like, I don't need to explain myself, you know? Also, well, I guess that free will goes into everything. Free will in terms of like who I get to work with, what I get to work on, ideas I get to execute, places I get to go, and everything. The freedom.
What she said. Yeah. Yeah, I think everyone on Goodcompenny would kind of speak to that. That's like the greatest part about all this shit is we're all just free.
Right.
Life is a lot tougher when you're doing a bunch of shit that you don't want to do. Yeah, I told Yaya already. She's got it. Yeah. What? Oh, you were telling me at the time. I thought you were saying to get mail. That's funny. I was about to say you're late. But yo, this one is from my leak, I think.
You're supposed to just read that.
Oh, okay. Jaja_Mac. Do I need to have an LLC in order to do BMI, Song Trust, Sound Exchange the right way? No, you don't. You could just have them in general prior to having an LLC, but I think it's important to establish an LLC as an artist, because then all the equipment that you buy and all the ads you run and all the shit, all the money you spend investing in yourself is now a business expense, and it's something that you can now write off. So if you're going to be an artist and you're going to make money, it's just important to have an LLC. Not even if you're an artist, if you're a creative, like, you need an LLC. Everyone. That's so because crazy. It takes so much. It takes a lot off of you as a person when it comes to just the taxable side and the business side. And there's a lot of advantages to it. So if you're making revenue through a company and you're investing in yourself, you should establish an LLC.
This is from Nina Sosafina.
Come on. That's you. It might be for me.
I think it's for you.
No, you think it's for me?
It's a you question. How does it feel to be a bad bitch?
Every morning when I wake up, I think about that, and I'm just so grateful that God chose me.
Lucky you, man. I'm not a bad bitch. I'm
just a bitch. Just a bitch doing bad.
He clearly thinks this is funny. I don't choose to call myself a bad bitch. I never really liked the term. I'd like to think of myself as just a great human doing great things.
A great bitch.
Keep calling me a bitch, bro.
No, you only get so many of these opportunities a year. You gotta take them all. This is anonymous. What are the instructions on how to buy shares from you? Okay, this is fairly simple. You follow me on social media or even YouTube. There's usually a link that goes to the Goodcompenny link tree. When you scroll down, there's a form that say invest in LaRussell stock.
No, it says LaRussell stock and GC Gold Card.
Okay, whatever. You get it. You click that link. It's going to ask you your name, your phone number, and then it's going to ask you what song you want to invest in and how much you're willing to invest into that song. You fill that out. It comes to me. I'll respond and either negotiate or not negotiate.
And then you're invested.
After we accept your agreement, I put it into distro. You usually get an email from distro that day. You accept on your end, and now you're collecting into perpetuity for the remainder of your life.
Please accept on your end. That is
and sometimes it takes us a while to get back. We get a ton of requests, and sometimes it takes a bit, and we have to formulate and see if it's worth our time and our effort. But yeah, it's very important that you accept on your end.
You will not get any money if you do not accept. The revenue that is generated from streaming will not be pieced off to you if you do not accept.
But it is held in escrow.
Yes.
So when you finally accept, it will dump. But the sooner you accept, the better for everyone.
Right. Well, because people will look at their account and be like, why haven't I gotten anything yet? And it's like, well, bro, you didn't accept your shit.
And, I mean, part of this as well, why we're moving to Command Shift from DistroKid is because Command Shift, you only have to accept once. With DistroKid, every time a new split is entered, you have to re-accept, and that's a lot of maintenance. And I know that shit, and that's why a lot of people haven't got their payouts or it was held up, and they don't understand why it wasn't there. So we're alleviating that by moving to our new distro. So now, once you accept, you're good. You're done. You don't have to worry about it no more. You check your account every quarterly or whatever, and you'll see a payout from it.
Yes, sir. Coming soon.
This is from @The Creative Prophet.
It was definitely my turn.
Oh, here. Okay. You have that.
What are the must-have apps that you use to create an easy flow for social media? That was
this is a good one. Must-have apps for social media. Go.
Okay. Well, actually, we've been moving things around a lot lately.
Must-have apps for social media.
Okay.
Go.
Premiere Pro, Photoshop, Media Encoder, and a social media planner app like Later, Hootsuite, or this new one that we just found that I already forgot the name of. I'm so sorry, guys.
You're giving them too much. Must-have apps for social media.
I don't understand.
Just name them all. Boom, 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 boom. What do we use to have a successful social media run, nigga? They don't want the extra info. Must have apps for social media.
I did. Not Premiere. What are you saying? Premiere Pro? No? Okay, you tell them then, since you know what you want.
All right, fuck for social media. What's all the apps that we use to run a cohesive social media business and to keep the team navigated? Let's just give them all that.
Okay.
So Premiere, Photoshop, Media Encoder, Later, Hootsuite,
Asana.
I just built out Asana. WeTransfer is very important.
You mean
Dropbox is very important. G Suites is very important. What all do we utilize? Those are our ones, yeah. Later, Hootsuite, Premiere, Photoshop, WeTransfer, Asana.
Yep. And you really don't, that's why I was saying you really don't need like Asana and G Suite. If it's just you really only need Premiere, Photoshop, and Media Encoder to edit your stuff.
And a scheduler.
And a scheduler. And the schedulers, like, honestly, I would look them up and see which one works best for you. We've been doing a lot of moving around of the schedule. But the best one that we have found so far, Simplified. That's what it's called. And Simplified has been really good because it allows me to schedule posts for every single one of our media accounts, meaning TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and Twitter. That's a lot of accounts to manage just for one person. And then I do it for 3 accounts, LaRussell, me, and GC. So that's 15 accounts to manage.
Man, shout out all the places that make it easy for us to run our business. Right. So man, shout out Later, shout out Hootsuite, shout out Simplify, shout out WeTransfer, shout out G Suites, shout out Dropbox. Yep. Shout out Asana. Asana has been a game changer. Shout out Adobe. I suggest
WeTransfer over Dropbox because WeTransfer allows you to create a link or just email the link to them instead. And then I also highly suggest either Later or Simplified that I just found over Hootsuite because Hootsuite has a lot of technical difficulties that they're constantly having to fix and a lot of malfunctions that have just made it difficult to fully utilize their website.
They like them niggas knocking us after all the help we did. Hey, we fuck with you though, Hootsuite.
Because I feel like we vouched for them so many times in previous posts, but then now we've moved our things over, and so people should know why we've moved from Hootsuite. And it wasn't that like they were horrible to us. It's just that scaling, we outgrew their system.
We're scaling.
Yeah.
So yeah, go wherever you are. But those are the tools, man. If you're running social media and you have a platform, you should be utilizing them tools for certain.
And you should know how to edit your own things. I don't care if you have somebody shooting your stuff already and editing it already. You should be actively learning how to do it yourself. So that way, if those people disappear, you can still keep your system going. And also, if they edit something that you don't like, you can just fix it instead of having to.
Oh, and Rev.
Oh, Rev.
So I seen a comment the other day. They were like, "Hey, who captions all of these?" Rev.com, rev.com. Man, you could take all your clips. So what we do, we'll edit all the clips and we'll drop them all into Rev in bulk. And I think it's like $1.50 a clip. Rev will edit it, and to me, like that $1.50 is so worth it because one piece of content can make me a couple $1,000. Yep. So if I'm just paying $1.50 for captions, please caption your videos. Yep. The captions help so much because as you scrolling, if the sound isn't on, but someone can see the captions and you say something prolific, they gonna stop and turn the sound on and hear. Yeah. Please put captions. Shout out to Rev, man.
Also, Premiere, which is why it's important to use Adobe instead of like, what are those other editors? Final Cut.
iMovie.
Like graduate, y'all. It's time. Premiere also has a transcriptions feature, which they used to have, and it was horrible, and I never used it. But they've been updating their stuff, and Adobe regularly updates, which is why I really enjoy their products because they always fix the things that people don't enjoy. So the transcriptions tab, where you create captions from, will listen to your clip and then create one long transcription that you can edit. And then you click create captions, and it actually... Wow, we have a doorbell here. And it actually separates them all out. It'll create gaps between each clip, and it makes it so seamless, and it's free. Like if you don't want to pay for Rev, then you can do that through Premiere, and you just have to take the extra time to edit your clips, which sometimes we have to do for Rev anyway. So there's options, y'all. There's
beautiful
options.
Those are the tools, man. There's so many of them.
Right? You were saying it like it was simple. That was me.
Yeah. at Bliss Times Irish, what would you say are the top 3 things to focus on as an independent artist? Great music, great marketing, great person.
And consistency.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Consistency, great music, great marketing.
Yep.
Yeah, I think those are your 3 focals. If you have a great product and great marketing, you could really get that shit out to the world. And if you're consistently doing it, where people gonna see you, man. We was in the garage the other day. We was talking to the homies, and the nigga was like, man, even if you don't like LaRussell, you have to see this nigga every day. And that's because I'm constantly running an ad behind a bunch of different videos. I'm constantly putting out content. You gon' see me. You're going to see me. I'm going to make sure of it. You ain't got no choice. If you going to see me.
And eventually you going to like what you see.
And eventually you going to like something you see. You have to. If you don't, you going to, hey, man, put your shades on. You don't want to see me shine.
If you don't like it, you might want to look in the mirror.
Come on, let's do 3 more.
What's wrong? This is from Prod by Music. Produced by Music. Wow. How do I go about hosting my own backyard show? Mine is little, but can fit about 50 people.
Just do it.
Yeah, make it so that way it's comfortable, so that way that when the people come, it's an experience for them that they're going to enjoy. Get some good speakers so they'll be able to hear you, all of your show stuff, microphones, a Zoom recorder, all that good stuff. And then announce it. Announce that you hosting a show, maybe a very small one, and get it
just
done.
do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Make the show that you would want to go to. Yep. If you were going to a nigga backyard to see them live, create the experience in the show that you would want to go to. It's that simple.
Man. And there's so many places that you can host events on now too. So
this is from @Classic Unity. How often do you rehearse your lyrics? All the time, kinda. Like, we don't do like standard rehearsal every day, but I'm always rapping my songs in my head. Like all throughout the day, just naturally, not even with the intention of rehearsing. I just kind of do it. So it's always happening for me.
And I personally listen to your music a lot, so you're gonna hear it. So it's kind of hard. And everybody around you listens to your music, so it's kind of hard for you not to hear your lyrics. This is from Clearview the Jeweler. Are you thinking of doing a masterclass or some form of teaching course? Yes. The answer is yes. Stay tuned.
Beautiful. All right, last joint. This is from Kuka the producer. Kuka. How would you deal with the engineer that don't send your stuff back on time?
Fired.
Beat his ass.
Fired.
Beat his ass. Hey, no, really, when I go to studio sessions, I try to bring a hard drive with me, and before I leave, I be like, hey, throw my files on a hard drive, or I tell them, hey, transfer me that shit while I'm in the session. I think it's very important to leave with your files, but if you don't, I would hope that you're working with an engineer that you fuck with or someone that you could just be like, put it on my drive or transferring me right here. If it's like someone mixing your session and they take like forever to get them back to you, then I don't know. You might just have to beat their ass. Or learn how to do it yourself so you never have to wait for another nigga. It's nothing worse than waiting for someone else to make your dream come true.
Ooh.
That's what we can't do.
If you gonna be waiting, Nope, go ahead.
And that concludes another episode of Free Game Friday, episode 10.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Shout out
10 weeks. Shout out consistency, man. 10 weeks. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's different.
That's 70 days that have gone by.
10 weeks. How long is a baby in a baby process?
9 months.
9 months.
Yeah.
That's 10 weeks. That's about 2.5 months of that process. We going for 9 months. How much is 9 months? 36 weeks?
I need to leave.
Something like that?
I still got the itis.
Ooh, we finna get 36 weeks in. By the time we get to the 36 week, we probably gonna have a big ass sponsor. We gonna have about 4 or 5 live show events of this shit. It's different.
Oh yeah, and we're doing a live show for this.
Yeah,
if you haven't already got your
December
ticket.
22nd, man. Pull up. It's only limited capacity. Whitney Chanel is moderating it. This all started from a tweet. We finna be live. It's not the same. Shout out Free Game Friday, man. It's been another beautiful episode. We in the shop right now.
Y'all
It's
ain't
different.
never even seen this.
Y'all ain't even know we had a shop, man. Come on. Yeah, love it.
See you next week.
All right, child. Kill it.